So, YouTube, man, I was looking at my analytics, and through all the crushing sadness that nobody watches my stuff, I realized that waifus and Zelda were two of my most popular things. So I decided to see what would happen if I could fuse them together.
Hey, you're holding up nap time.
Sorry. Bye.
So, of all the women you meet in Zelda, 8 of them are choice waifus. Number 8 is Meifa. Meifa is the princess of the Zora's Domain in Breath of the Wild. And man, she is grade A fish waifu. Like she's not as nearly as annoying as Princess Ruto is in her early time when you meet her in Ocarina of Time. And not to mention, she actually likes you. Like, this waifu could be canon in the Zelda series. Like, she could be a canon waifu, you know, if she didn't get violently murdered by Ganon. So, I was trying to find... I mean, I knew Zelda was going to be on this list. It would be stupid not to put Zelda on this list, seeing as though the whole series is kind of her namesake. It would be kind of dumb not to put Zelda as one of the best waifus on this list. The problem is, which one? There's been so many Zeldas, pretty much a Zelda for every Zelda game. Which Zelda is a prime waifu? The first one on this list is Skyward Sword Zelda at number 7. So Skyward Sword Zelda, even though technically she does look a bit young, and she has this kind of emoto thing going, I still like her. I mean, she's a cool waifu. You know, I mean, not to mention, technically, I think this is the closest I've seen in a while to there being a romance between Link and Zelda. You know, was in Skyward Sword. That was pretty lovey-dovey. I don't think I ever got that far. I still didn't finish. I still haven't finished Skyward Sword yet. But yeah, that one, like Skyward Sword Zelda is a pretty good waifu. You know what I'm saying? She is cool.
怎么这么冷啊?
Emper. Why wouldn't you want to go out with Emper? I mean, not only is she strong, she can actually, you know, she can defend you, even though technically you should defend yourself, but she can defend you if you can. She'll definitely be clutch in a fight, and you would technically be saving a species because she's the last Sheikah left. So if you were hooked up with Emper, you would be doing a solid for society. That should be enough right there to make Emper your waifu.
I'll take her work to the world, my friends. I mean, I will try.
Milan from Lon Lon Ranch. Now, I wasn't sure about putting Milan on the list because I wasn't exactly sure how old she is. I'm kind of a stickler for that. If you've seen my Fire Emblem waifus list, you know I'm a stickler for that. And, well, turns out that she does have an adult form, so we're good to go. So Milan, I mean, come on. She's a farmhand. You know what I'm saying? She's pretty cool. She's extremely nice. And she's one of the only people in OOT, the only females in OOT, that you meet that doesn't become a sage. So, you know, she doesn't have some kind of mythical destiny that will get in the way of your love on your farm. Not to mention, this also could be canon, seeing as though a lot of people are saying that the only person that OOT Link could have hooked up with to eventually have Twilight Princess Link would be Milan. So this could very well be a real canon waifu that didn't die.
I can't do this alone.
Queen Rutella. So even though the first time you see Queen Rutella, you know, she's in a cutscene that looks something like that first hologram of the Emperor you see from Star Wars, I could tell from right there that she was a prime grade A waifu, a milfu, if I would say so myself. I mean, of course she looks hot. She's in a video game. Most chicks do, but also she's actually has this kind of like queenly, motherly quality to her, you know, and she's a lot less annoying than her daughter. So number 3 is kind of a tie between Breath of the Wild Zelda and Twilight Princess Zelda. So I knew both of them had to go on the list because I actually really like both of them, you know, for different reasons. But I really couldn't find a place to put them on the list. It would be kind of ridiculous if the top 3 were all Zeldas. That would kind of suck. I mean, it would be kind of appropriate, but it would kind of suck at the same time. So I decided to make this one a tie between the two. Now, of course, Twilight Princess Zelda, I mean, she is probably one of the strongest Zeldas, like as far as strong-willed Zeldas I've seen in a long time. You know, even though technically, I mean, you know, Breath of the Wild Zelda went toe-to-toe with Ganon for 100+ years. You know, not to mention the time it took your lazy ass to get to the end of the game. You know, so that definitely takes resolve and strength. But the fact that her country was getting invaded by people from another dimension, and she was willing to go toe-to-toe. She had a sword and she was ready to go down and fight. Well, she was ready to fight. She was ready to go toe-to-toe with Zan if she didn't get overpowered. That right there is an admirable quality in my book for a waifu. Then of course there is there is Breath of the Wild Zelda. Well, I mean, come on, Breath of the Wild Zelda is freaking adorable, and she has the British accent. British accents, kind of a weakness for me. They are. I'll say it now. I mean, it's a weakness. I'm American. I don't hear it all that much outside of TV and movies. So, of course, you know, it's one of those things that kind of hits you right here and in other places. But, you know, Breath of the Wild Zelda also has this kind of adventurous, like, quality that just makes her cool.
The world needs us now, more than ever.
And of course, if you thought she wasn't on this list, you're crazy. It's Minda. Minda, the Princess of Twilight, or the Princess of the Twilight. Yep, she is my number 2 Zelda waifu. Not just because she's incredibly hot, but also because she rules like an alternate dimension, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? She actually helps you. She is the least annoying of your companions ever in Zelda. That's a huge thing, because a lot of your companions tend to be pretty annoying. You know, and she isn't annoying at all, even though she, you know, she has her moments, you know, but she's also incredibly powerful. Arguably one of the most powerful companions you've ever had. Like, she has a lot of power, specifically when it comes to her and using the fused shadow. You know, so wielding that kind of power puts you really high on my list of waifus. Obviously.
Rise and shine, Snowball! We're on our way!
And number 1, Tetra from Wind Waker. Yes, Tetra from Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda waifu. Yes, my Wind Waker adult timeline bias is showing, but I don't give a fuck. Of course, you know, if you have different waifus, throw them in the description, in the comment section. You can't, yeah, that was dumb. But of course, you know, put them in the comment section who your favorite Zelda waifus are. But mine is Tetra, and I mean, she's cool. Like, she's got this weird tomboyish thing, which is strangely attractive. I don't know why. She has her own pirate crew, her own pirate ship. She's an adventurer. Like, technically, she doesn't need you. She's one of the few Zeldas that really doesn't need you. At least until, you know, shit hits the fan and Ganon comes back. But then the world needs you at that point, so of course you have to hop into action. But, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, she's awesome. You know, not to mention, she was perfectly cool just being, you know, the head of her pirate crew. She didn't really necessarily need to be a princess until time came for her to do so. She did. So, that's about it for this. If you like videos like this, I have some more waifu ideas. Definitely I'm going to be doing some more Fire Emblem videos soon. Fire Emblem Warriors coming out. I don't know if I actually play the game, because I'm not really into Dynasty Warrior style games, but it's probably fun though. But that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, keep it real.